Welcome back, Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson did end up coming back to the New York Knicks yesterday. Happy about that. Like that, you guys know that I was hoping that we'd either go back and get guys like Taj Gibson or my other pick, Tyson Chandler, who I talked about a few videos ago. Yeah, I think it's a good pickup. Obviously, we've been very hurt at that position, the forward, the center and slash forward position. Got a lot of guards on the team, but we really haven't had much help at the big man with Nerlens going down and with Obi right around the corner from coming back. Hopefully back tonight, Obi. Hope you're feeling okay. We understand we don't rush you back because it's a calf injury. It's no joke. But it'd be nice to have you back, Obi. Shout out to Taj Gibson. I think it's a good pickup. I'm cool with it. Yeah. What else is there? Oh, yeah. Knicks fans are just not pleased. I mentioned it yesterday, and now I got to talk about it again today. I knew I had to give this a whole video. We'll see what the comments have to say after this. But until then, run the intro. What's going on, CK Cruise Boy? CK2K here, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. People, we are on a 3-game winning streak right now. We're playing against I was gonna say the Minnesota Thunder. That's not a team. The Oklahoma City Thunder tonight, and this is hopefully a game that we can continue our streak on. But at the same time, you never want to sleep on your enemies. If anybody's an example of that, the New York Knicks are that right now. At that same time, hopefully we go out there and we continue to play the way that we've been playing the last 6 games, and we'll see that again tonight against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because I'm excited and hoping for another win, but there is a big group of y'all that are not. A lot of you guys are still upset with the fact that the Knicks are in fact doing well. I was seeing a lot of comments yesterday talking about the fact that if you're a real Knicks fan, you're not upset about it. You're excited and happy about seeing this shift with your team. And I do agree with that. I'm 100% on the page with that. But at the same time, I kind of do feel for some of those who really believe, because this is a year where we finally have a deep, good draft. So now there's some people out there that are very upset that we're doing well in that season, and now we might not be in the running to get some of these guys that a lot of us are excited about. The Cade Cunninghams, the Jalen Greens, the Jalen Suggs, so on and so forth. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter. What matters most is what you're seeing right now. And just because we're playing good right now, we hope that this continues for the whole entire season. No doubt about it. But also realistic, CK coming in the building. Just because you're seeing the Knicks do this right now, that does not mean that this is how we're going to play throughout the entire season. There is going to be some lows in the season, and we might end up just 500 or below 500 still for the season. The point of the matter is, and the point that I keep trying to push to you guys in every single one of my videos, is enjoy the moment. The Knicks are good right now, and even if we don't end the season above 500, the point of the matter is the culture is changing for the New York Knicks right now. That's what I need you guys to be happy about. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about for the others who are upset. And like I said, I do sympathize with you guys a little bit. But I also want to bring you back to a year not too long ago. Literally, it was just a year ago, the 2019-2020 season. We had a draft where Zion Williamson was coming out and people were very excited about him. You know, John Morant was garnering a lot of attention, so on and so forth. And that season, the Knicks were hoping and praying for a top pick. We still got a top pick, but it wasn't the top pick. Now, mind you, we were tied for the worst record in the league. In the old lottery system, that would seal the deal for the New York Knicks to be sure to at least get one of the top 2 picks. It wouldn't have been 100% for sure, but it would have been a lot more safe than it is today. Now we know that the rule has changed where the top 3 teams have that 25%, but you also have a high percent of dropping out of the top 3. The reason why I have to break this down is because you guys need to understand, in today's lottery, losing games, tanking does not solidify a good draft pick. It just does not. The Knicks were the worst team that year, and luckily we fell to the 3rd spot and we were able to get a talent like RJ Barrett. We still lucked out. I know a lot of you guys are upset because it's not the precious Zion Williamson and precious John Morant. But if you're watching this RJ Barrett product that we see right now, even though he's having some slumped games, you should be happy with what we got right now. We're very, very fortunate to have a guy like this who may not be there right now, but long term, if you don't think there's going to be success from this guy, then there's something really wrong with your basketball knowledge. The point of the matter matter of this conversation is just because you tank or just because you lose games does not solidify that you will get a top pick. So if you ask me, in the process, I'd much rather us change our culture from those losing ways, play winning basketball, compete night in, night out, even if it means that we play against some of these good teams, and even though we're competing our asses off and we still can't beat them, the fact of the matter is we're competing and we're playing like a winning team. That's what's important, more important than any draft pick, because culture is something that's going to stay long term. We want to get out of the funk of sucking every year, hoping for a draft pick, saving our money, hoping for a free agent. That is not a cycle you want to be in. That's why you see some of these other teams that were with us at the bottom, they're not there no more. Lakers, so many other teams, that even across the bridge, the Brooklyn Nets, teams that were at the bottom, not doing anything, could not get help. They did it their way, they did it the right way, and now they're back at the top and they got out of the mud. The Knicks never seemed to get out of the mud. We had three-ish good seasons back in 2010 to 2013. Fine, I'll give you that. But at the same time, what happened after that? You know what I'm saying? We need to maintain and we need to build the culture and build the team like the way we're doing it right now. This season is important. I know it's unfortunate because of the year and because of what is going on and what could be with the draft. I get that, but you have to also understand, and we will talk about it when it's time and appropriate to talk about it. This is a deep draft. This draft has the potential to have a lot of teens or 20s or 30s or whatever number draft picks to go out there and potentially be the best players in this draft, because this is a deep NBA draft we're coming up on. We will be fine. I trust our scouts. You should trust our scouts. We saw what happened in this last year's draft, how we flipped the picks that we had to flip the 28th pick into the 23rd pick that turned into Emmanuel Quickly, who a lot of you guys are dubbing the franchise point guard. We will be okay. Trust what we have and trust what we are building right now. And again, this is why I sympathize with you guys, because you know what? I'm right there with you in the feeling of, oh, we never gonna do anything right, because this is just PTSD. We're Knicks fans. We're so used to how everything has been in the past. Now, it's not for sure that right now we got a better future, but I gotta tell you, starting from the offseason up until now, you can't tell me things have not looked good. Look at how we did not waste money on free agents. Look at how we still got good free agents in that very weak free agency pool and got them for good contracts. Alec Burks, Austin Rivers, Nerlens Noel, even re-signing a guy like Elfrid Payton. We got good guys that make sense for our team. We're doing things the right way. For once, I need you guys to look at the thing instead of getting mad and yelling at your screens, yelling at your newspapers, or whatever you want to do. Talking to my new school and my old school fans, take a breath and trust the process, because for once, we're going in the right direction. Like I mentioned yesterday, the New York Knicks have something going on right now that we have not had in a long time, and that is complete and utter synergy. We have the president and his boys, and the coach, the head coach and his boys on the same wavelength. We've not had that for a long time. Okay, the only time, I mean, we've had that a few years ago when, you know, the president being Steve Mills and David Fizdale were on the same wavelength and hoping that we're a 1, 2, 3 free agency, and then when that didn't work out, then both of them looked like fools. But that's not the same thing. This time we have two guys that are trying to build a competitive team and win, but in the same process build sustainability. Do you really believe that if we had started this season and played the normal Knicks way in losing and not playing well, do you truly believe that we had a better chance this year than in the past 20, 30 years, even more than that, since Patrick Ewing, to finally actually jump up a spot in the draft pick? Do you want to continue that maybe this year mentality? Or do you want to at least know that even if we don't get a top draft pick, know that at least we're building a team where other players are going to want to be a part of? We're growing our own guys, the Mitchell Robinsons, the RJ Barretts, the Kevin Knoxes, whoever we pick up, the Emmanuel Quickleys, whoever we pick up in this year's draft, whether it be Cade Cunningham or Jalen Green or any of those guys. We trust our scouts and we trust our front office to get the right guy that will go into what we're doing and continue this culture change, continue the building of this team. It's about getting the right guy, not always the guy. Get the right guy for what is going on for your team in the position that you're given. And who knows? When's the last time the Toronto Raptors have had the top overall pick? These teams are out there building their own team on their own doing it their way. Just because we may not be getting the sexy pick in the draft this year, and it's too soon to even tell. Who's to say we don't win another game for the rest of the season and there you get your wish? All I'm saying is, if you're a true Knicks fan, don't wish losses on the Knicks and don't be upset with the Knicks actually going in a good direction. It just makes no sense. I'm just here giving my opinion, and I can't tell you how to be a fan. You can cheer your team how you want to cheer your team. I just think it's silly to be upset with seeing the Knicks actually playing well and doing the right things right now. That's just my opinion on it. What's meant to happen will happen. We'll draft the right guys. We have a scouting team that I truly believe in, and you should truly believe in too. What's your thoughts about all this in the comments below? I feel like I should have talked about that today because we're going into another game tonight that I'm excited about because you know what? I want to win. I really want to win. And if we don't win, that's fine. But at least I know with this New York Knicks team and the 8-game sample size I've seen, I know we're going to at least compete. And that's what's important to me. But I want to win. And I don't feel guilty about that. I don't care about my draft pick at this point. You know what I'm saying? It will work itself out. For once, let's not be the losers in the situation. Let's go out there and try and change our culture. And I think we're doing that the right way. That's just my opinion on it. I didn't mean to make this serious. I just think it's crazy for people who are fans of this team to still want them to suck, hoping to get that guy. Because that's just how it's happened for us in so many years, right? That's why Zion Williamson is one of the Knicks' best players of all time, right? That's why we got John Morant on the Knicks, right? That's why LaMelo Ball's out there tearing it up for the Knicks right now, right? We got to stop hoping and praying for the draft and take things into our own hands. And right now, we're going to admit to doing that. That's just my opinion on that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, one way or another, in between, whatever it is. Let me know how you think about that in the comments below. But now it's time for the comments of the video. I knew it was coming. I knew this comment was coming. Papa J saying Rivers looking like the point guard we've needed. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Let's let Austin Rivers be what he is right now. I do love Austin Rivers cooking, and you know what? Maybe it could be his time. We got to remember Austin Rivers came into the league looking like he was supposed to be an all-star caliber type of guy with what he was doing with Duke. It didn't pan out that way, but Austin Rivers still has had a good career on some good teams. Now it's his first time on a team that isn't really a championship or a playoff contender, and now he's out there being able to fulfill his potential. Let's see if this may be the case. I knew the comment was coming, so shout out to my man Papa J. Sean Kramer saying all this squad needs is its second all-star, and then we will take all the smoke. Ain't nobody seeing us, son. Now, I hear you on that. I'm with you, but we have to remember, right now, we just building the foundation. I've said this so many times, and I hate to keep comparing this team to that other team, but right now we're doing something similar to what the Brooklyn Nets did a few years ago, and that is what's very important. Right now we are copying that mold and doing it our own way. So right now, just play with the guys we got and go from there. And then hell, talk about one other all-star guy. Maybe it will be time for some of these other all-stars to stop being so soft, and now that they see that there's actually a team that's playing well, they might want to come to us, okay? So right now, let's just build that foundation and see where we're headed with Tom Thibodeau at the helm. But I feel you. I hear you, Sean. I hear you. Tyler Jones, shout out to CK crew member Tyler Jones. But Tyler Jones saying, I know it's not in line with the current three-point heavy NBA, but I'd really like to see RJ start to use that mid-range shot he was showing off in the preseason. He's so good at changing his speed with the ball. Facts. I think if he nails that stop and go game, then the paint will open right back up for him and our boy can feast. Amen, Tyler Jones. Yes, I've been saying this and I completely agree as far as the mid-range game. I feel like he has found something there with the mid-range game. And yes, it may not be on brand with how the NBA is right now, but at the same time, it is something that opens up the game for not only himself, but for everyone else the minute he starts to use that mid-range to his advantage. The best example is, I know DeMar DeRozan, which a lot of people like to compare to, but a better example, in my opinion, is a guy like Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is somebody that will kill you from the mid-range first and then work his way to the three and then work his way back into the paint. And not only that, then that starts to, you know, when you start to see a dude make a few shots in a row, that leads the defense to start heavily going towards him, and that opens up the game for everybody else. We're seeing that with Julius Randle, where he's getting triple teamed in some situations. That opens up the game for everyone else. And now that we're playing a game where we're trusting each other, you know, the actual game of basketball, it works out for everyone as a whole. So I completely agree. We're seeing it slightly. I still feel like he is, you know, with the way the offense is running, where, you know, sometimes we'll be stopping and watching other people. He doesn't move enough yet to be a good mid-range guy, but I definitely think that the mid-range shot should be something he masters this season and next season before we start seeing the three-point ball going at a better rate. So I completely agree with you, Tyler. All right, y'all, we got our game tonight against the Oklahoma, I almost called him the Toronto Thunder. What is going on with me? We almost got our game tonight against the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight. Be sure you're checking that game out. I can't wait, looking for another win. I'll be on Twitter tonight, but you know what it is, Friday Night Knicks. Knicks on Friday night. MSG is the place to be. Y'all know what it is. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. You know what it is. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let's get it. I'm out of here. Let's go Knicks. 4 games in a row, 6-3. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Hey.
Feeling like I won the lotto. Always taking trips with a new chick, asking where the time goes. And I wonder if this is all I'll know.